Sup everyone, this is Draco Evolve here, back yet again with some latest Manchester United transfer news and speculation. And if you're new to my channel, this channel is everything about Manchester United. So I do transfer news, updates, speculation, match previews, reviews whenever that might restart, and also some Football Manager live streams Monday to Thursdays around 4 p.m. My Twitter handle is at Draco Evolve. You can see it go past your screen at the bottom. Do give me a follow to know when I go live. And it's been a pleasure. It's been an absolute pleasure, I must say, that to start streaming and meeting loads of new people and talking to them at the same time. I do have my Discord link in the bottom in the pinned comment section, so if you want to join in and get to know me a bit more, play games or discuss everything around Manchester United as well as gaming stuff, two of my biggest passion, then hit that follow button at the bottom in the pinned comment section. I have brought back my comment section that I used to do some time back. So my previous video was about a few transfers surrounding Kai Havertz, and one of the person that commented, and I did say that you know, leave your thoughts in the comments below so I can pick out a comment, give you a bit of a shout out and discuss your point before we start. Now today's video is going to cover a bit around Paul Pogba, a bit around Dayot, Jadon, Sancho updates, and bits and bobs news around Harry Kane, etc, etc, but we'll discuss that. But before we get started, just want to say thank you so much for surname, what a name, for commenting on my last video. He or she has had this to say: he is going to Liverpool. I am a United fan, but come on, we know he's joining Liverpool. We can't have both him and Sancho for £200 million. So there you have it. Thank you so much. He is obviously referring to Kai Havertz, who's apparently might leave Dortmund or Leverkusen to make the jump up. He has come out and confirmed it. I have done a video around it, and truth be told, we're not sure where he's going. He did say he doesn't mind moving abroad, but also doesn't mind staying in the country. Now we all know Bayern Munich's pulling power in terms of the league, so my guess is that he probably will end up at Bayern Munich, because that's where all the German stars end up in at some point anyway. But if he was to join Liverpool, I think Liverpool would have just cooped a fantastic player, a fantastic talent. I would love to have him as well, but we can't have everyone. But anyway, thank you so much, buddy, for the comment. And as always, guys, if you want to get involved, drop a comment relevant to the subject, obviously, in this video, and I'll pick it up and have a bit of a chat at the same time in my next upload. First half, Paul Pogba. Oh God, Paul Pogba again. So news reports are coming out. This is from the Express, saying that United might be willing to sell Paul Pogba for a cut price due to the pandemic. So I'm just going to read you out the article. Manchester United have set a price of £70 million for Paul Pogba, reports say. Ed Woodward is open to losing the France international come the summer, just 4 years after bringing the midfielder back to Old Trafford. And United believe the coronavirus crisis will see them struggle to recoup the £89 million they paid to re-sign Pogba in 2016. But things were expected of Pogba when he returned to United in the summer of 2016 to become the poster boy of the Jose Mourinho era. Obviously, it went wrong. However, in recent years, Pogba has struggled for consistency, with United missing out on a place in the Premier League top 4 last season. He then publicly expressed a desire to leave. Excuse me. His wish wasn't granted on that occasion, with United choosing to dig their heels. Yet the Daily Star say Ed Woodward is now willing to cut Pogba loose should the club receive an offer of £70 million for the midfielder. But with the virus set to distort the transfer market, the Red Devils are now prepared to make a loss on the 2018 World Cup winner. So there you have it, guys. This is a piece around Paul Pogba. Obviously, I reckon there's going to be a lot of problems in the transfer window when the transfer window does open up eventually. I'm sure it will open up eventually. And I don't think we will see some of the prices that's been banded out anyway. And I think what we're going to see is a lot of cut prices for a lot of the players. Give me 10 minutes. A lot of cut prices for a lot of the players. Sorry, my bad. And we might end up losing Pogba. Pogba has roughly a year to run in his contract after this season, with an option to extend the contract. But obviously, if he's kind of had his mindset on leaving, which a lot of the reports and his agent is kind of hinting towards, better to get rid of him, recoup as much money as possible, because he can end up going on a free, and replace him with a signing that they want to play for United. It's as simple as that. And for me personally, I do want to see Paul Pogba one last time with Bruno Fernandes, see how they perform, and maybe he'll change his mind. But that's the news around Paul Pogba. I'm not going to dwell on that news too much because it's just getting boring. Next up is a defender. So this is Dayot Upamecano. Dayot Upamcano. I hope I pronounced it right. But anyway, Manchester United look set to lose out in the bid for the highly rated centre-back after RB Leipzig decided to sell the player this summer. A report in L'Equipe claims that the 21-year-old France youth star looks set to be on the move, although he has yet to decide where he wants to play his football next summer. Upamecano's current contract comes to an end in June 2021, and it will appear that Leipzig are looking to cash in for a fee of around £60 million fee for a player who has been linked with a number of Europe's top clubs, Arsenal and Manchester City being one of them, along with Barca and Real Madrid. However, the reports state that not a single Premier League side has made a concrete approach to Leipzig as of yet, despite Dayot's revealing that he is attracted by a switch to England. That leaves Bayern Munich as the only side to have made a concrete approach for the player, and leaves them as the firm front runners for Upamecano's signature. So there you have it. To be frank, I don't know much about his this particular defender. I had loads of good things about him. I did sign him on my Football Manager. He looks like an absolute monster. He's got a bit of pace as well in him. He's very tough tackling. He's young. He does seem he has a lot of the good attributes for a defender. He does have a year left to run on his current deal, which means that he will definitely go on a cut price if he doesn't end up signing a new contract, which doesn't look like it. However, this report does say that although he is interested in switching to the English League, none of the English clubs have made a bid for him. Only Bayern Munich have made a bid for him. Personally, for me, I do feel we need to improve defensively. I do feel that we need another defender with the potential departure of Chris Smalling coming up. Rojo as well at the same time. Bailly is pretty much injured, and Phil Jones is just Phil Jones. That only leaves Lindelof and Maguire, and I still have my reservations on Lindelof. I'm not too comfortable with him at the moment. I think Dayot will complement Maguire a lot. He's very bulky, he's pacey, because Maguire is not pacey, so he does get caught out like that. But for me, if we were to sign a defender, yes, go for a young defender, someone who can learn off Harry Maguire, someone who's pacey, powerful, and up and coming. From what I've seen of him or heard of him, he does look like a good signing, like a good player. He's, especially considering his contractual situation, coming up against Bayern Munich, he might have his head turned if Bayern Munich comes in, because they're such a powerhouse. They're always in the Champions League, always going deep into the Champions League knockout stages, always winning pretty much their league every time. So he can have a fruitful career, or if he has the balls, you can say he can come to United, help rebuild United and become a force. He might not get titles immediately, but with the way the things are going, especially the last couple of months before the football ended, Manchester United do seem to be on the rise. But that's the latest on Dayot Upamecano. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And moving on to the next one, Jack Grealish. My God, it doesn't go away. So apparently, Roy Keane's... How do I say this? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has apparently identified his Roy Keane, and he thinks that Jack Grealish could be that kid to potential replacement for a Roy Keane of sorts. Grealish is a colourful character. He's attracted his fair share of controversy over the years, with scandals following him throughout the career. Back in 2015, the youngster was snapped on the streets of Tenerife after a night out. He was forced to apologise for his actions, then Villa manager Tim Sherwood. Less than a year later, there were allegations of him taking laughing gas or hippie crack. While the substance isn't illegal, it was another unsavoury episode. And then just last month, Grealish did arguably the worst thing you can possibly do in a United UK at this moment in time, which was to leave the house. So he's been a naughty boy. But according to this report, we're still interested in him. But while all of these incidents are unpleasant, that hasn't stopped United from still pursuing a transfer deal for Grealish ahead of the summer window. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is a big admirer of the 24-year-old and feels he can offer his side many things, from brilliance on the pitch to leadership too. Because that's the thing, Grealish has a tendency to self-implode, but he's been a brilliant captain for Villa, shining amid a testing season under Dean Smith. Look, I'm going to cut short the article. I'm not going to go too much ahead. It's absurd that the Express has compared Jack Grealish to Roy Keane. They are nowhere near in terms of the roles they play or the quality of the players they are. Let's just drop it right there. It's stupid. Jack Grealish is not a tackler, first of all. He's the only thing closest he can go towards even Roy Keane's shadow is his leadership ability. Now, for me, I've had enough watching United the last few years. I've had enough of players coming in, not giving a shit, messing around, and not performing on the field. The team has suffered. The club has suffered. And more importantly, the fans that paid their hard-earned money to go and watch these guys play have suffered. He's got a lot of off-field antics over the years, and that's something that we do not need at the moment. We've already got an idiot in Jesse Lingard on the field, or off the field, if you want to say. We don't need any newspaper reporters following Jack Grealish around, because that's exactly what they'll do with Jack Grealish, because Manchester United sells papers. They're a massive club. Anything that Jack Grealish does, it will get reported, more so than what he does at Aston Villa, with all due respect. Good player, but I think his tendency to do things off the field negatively will definitely have an impact, and that's something I do not want at the club, because I'm fed up of it. I've had enough. We want hard-working players who have their hearts at Manchester United for its footballing reasons, nothing else. That's my thoughts on Jack Grealish. Next up, we have some news around Jadon Sancho. Again, this is getting boring now, guys, but it is what it is. Apparently, United Chiefs are hoping they can secure Sancho for a cut price free. The club believe his value could be halved, with the Reds feeling they can sign the superstar for just £52 million due to the global pandemic. So I'm just going to cut it short there. Obviously, I've discussed a little bit on the beginning of the video, saying that the market will be distorted, I reckon. And I think someone like Sancho, we are very much interested in him, I reckon. And it's just the price that will be the problem. Some reports are saying that Manchester United will have to pay the £100 million. Some reports are saying that, like this one, saying that it will be halved. For me, I think United will have to pay in and around £100 million. But I reckon it's going to be more just to keep the media off the backs. I think it's going to be more to do with installment fees. So paying X amount, like £50 million up front, then £50 million over the 3 years. Because imagine with the situation around the world, people are struggling, people are losing their job, there's redundancies following, etc., etc. Then you have clubs like us who go out and spend £100 million on one player. There will be a lot of report on this, and it will be in a negative way, in my opinion. So I reckon it might be a case of us negotiating a fee for Jadon Sancho, not for a cut price, but for a cut initial upfront fee, you can say. So about £50 million, whatever, and probably the other £50 million over 2-3 years, and bonuses, etc., etc. But Jadon Sancho is such a talented player. I'm not going to delve too much into it because we have discussed him a lot. But imagine Jadon Sancho, Marcus Rashford, and Anthony Martial up front. What a front trio that will be, right? That pace, that counter-attacking pace that we normally tend to play, it's going to blow up. I think it's going to blow up. And with the potential of Bruno Fernandes and Paul Pogba, if he's still there, pulling the strings, it's going to be amazing. I'm excited for the season to start, and I'm excited to see who Manchester United sign. If reports are to be true, Jadon Sancho is one of them. I'll be very happy. I'll be extremely happy. But that's it, guys. These are all the latest Manchester United transfer news today. Transfer news now. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Again, I'll leave a question below. Do get involved, and I'll catch you guys in the next upload, and stay farafari.